Hi everyone, and welcome to the Vane 0.019 update summary video, which is out now for the demo on Steam. In this video we're going to be going over some of the bigger changes in this update, as usual. If you're new here, be sure to wishlist the game on Steam as it helps with visibility, and try out the game. The demo is free and will always be available. Links are in the description. Let's get into it. First, we want to preface this video by saying that in this update we focused mainly on bug fixes and performance stability. Over 60 of these have been done and are in this update. We recently received a ton of new players after launching our first trailer and have had a lot of feedback, so we've taken the opportunity to smooth over and fix a lot of code problems. We've continued work on the early access map. The area north of the demo's playable area has had considerable work done over the past few weeks. We've added a bunch of features for server admins. You can now enable an ESP letting you see players and items through walls, broadcast messages to all players, and spawn animals. We also added a bunch of server logs, like when a player kills someone or claims a utility cabinet. Locks now have various difficulties on them. This was sort of the system we had when we first added locks and lockpicking, and we've added it back for this update. We've added dynamite to Vane. You currently can't find it in the world, but it's there if you want to play with it. We've also added new explosion effects. Lights in houses and buildings are now wireable like other electronics. Corpses now decay. This has been on our to-do list for a while, but it's now in for this update. Corpses will decay into rotten corpses, which smell awful and therefore attract zombies more. Afterwards, they decompose into skeletons, which smell like nothing, and after a while they disappear from the world. Planters in the world now start with random dirt and plants growing in them. We added a light distance slider to the settings menu, which increases the distance at which lights are rendered. We've added new swimming animations that look a lot better than the directional swimming we had before, and properly reflect where you're looking underwater. You can fill up fluid containers with snow during the winter. Once it melts, you can drink it. We added a new shotgun, the Sandwork SRG. Loosely based on the Kel-Tec KSG, this pump-action weapon is in use by the United States Federal Bureau of Prisons. Zombies now have new idle behavior. They no longer just wander in circles, but wander less predictably now. They also fall down and vomit sometimes. Boiling water to purify it now takes no time at all once the water is at boiling temperature. Animals can now rest. You'll see them laying down occasionally. You can now pickpocket zombies. We've added new rust effects to vehicles to replace our splotchy placeholder. We've added some multiplayer features to groups. When in a group with someone, you can join their utility cabinet even with the base rating setting off, and you can instantly pickpocket them as a means of trading. Finally, we slowed down the zombie infection rate by a factor of 5, meaning you have more time to settle your affairs. There are a lot more changes in this update, so be sure to check the Steam announcement linked in the description. Before we wrap up, we have a couple announcements. The first is regarding demo crossplay with the main game. Unfortunately, we've hit a wall with this one as Steam-dedicated servers can't authenticate clients, that is, your game on your computer, running a different game, and this seems to be hard-coded. Because of this, we have to walk back our announcement of crossplay with the demo. You'll still be able to play multiplayer in the demo forever, but everyone will need to be playing the demo for that to work. In addition, save games will still be compatible and transferable between the demo and the main game. In more pleasant news, we're happy to announce Vane will be taking part in Steam's Next Fest, which is happening from June 9th to the 16th. It's pretty likely that we're going to have a ton of new players during that time, so it would be a great time to jump into multiplayer. That about wraps up our update summary. Thanks for watching. Like we said, this update is now live on the Vane demo on Steam, so please check it out if you like. Remember to wishlist Vane if you haven't, and possibly leave a donation if you feel so inclined. They only ever go towards server bills and new art for the game. See you on the next one.